as Jeff said, my name is Allison Fisher. I'm the Outreach Director for Public Citizen's Energy Program. Public Citizen, if you're not familiar, is a consumer advocacy nonprofit organization representing citizens all over the country. We've been a watchdog of the nuclear industry and its regulators for over 40 years. And we're welcome the opportunity to comment on the NRC's Waste Confidence Draft Generic Environmental Impact Statement and the corresponding proposed rule. In addition to our abbreviated oral comments today, we will be submitting written comments as well in the near future. In short, we believe the environmental analysis represented by the draft GIES and ordered by the Court of Appeals in New York last year is woefully inadequate. It's not in the spirit of what the court intended, and it certainly is not fulfilling the purpose of the National Environmental Policy Act. And therefore, it doesn't provide a sufficient basis for eliminating consideration of nuclear waste disposal and storage impacts from reactor licensing proceedings. Due to time, I'm just going to zero in or focus on a few of our main concerns. As I said, the intent of the court order was for the NRC to conduct a comprehensive analysis of the impacts of storing spent fuel on site at nuclear plants indefinitely. The NRC has not done this. They've not provided a complete analysis, but rather are assuming that spent fuel will be safely managed for an indefinite period of time. For example, the study assumes waste will not leak radioactivity because the fuel will be safely managed essentially forever, including the assumption that waste will be transferred into new storage capacity every 100 years. This is a tough assumption to justify, and it's a very bold assertion about the functionality of this agency over the next 100 years and more. The study fails to fully consider the vulnerability of high-density spent fuel storage pools to catastrophic fire, or the risk of undetected leakage from pools and other reactor components. The GIES must include a full examination of these risks. This is what the court intended, and that is what is required for the EIS to be in compliance with NEPA. Absent a legitimate GIES that fully evaluates the environmental impacts of failing to secure permanent spent fuel disposal, the NRC must not exclude consideration of the environmental impacts of nuclear waste from individual license proceedings in the future moving forward. Just lastly, I also want to take the opportunity to remind the agency, the NRC, that a large coalition of national, state, and local groups and organizations have been calling on this agency for years to mandate the expedient transfer of spent fuel from overcrowded pools to hardened on-site storage, where this country's stockpile of lethal waste can be monitored until a permanent disposal solution is determined. I will just call on you again to consider taking action on this reasonable safeguard, and thank you again for your time and consideration.
Thank you, Allison.